All right, it's another beautiful day for mathematics at Bennett Elementary. Of course, you're at home because of the COVID-19 virus that's lurking about the United States, but fear not, math is here today. For today's lesson, it is 15.3 attributes of quadrilaterals. So make sure you have 15.3 reteaching. Come along and let us enjoy this day of mathematics. All right, so if you notice, there are many different types of quadrilaterals. We have parallelograms, rectangles, rhombuses, squares, and trapezoids. Now, a parallelogram has two pair of congruent parallel lines. Remember, congruent means the same length, and parallel means they will never intersect. Same thing with rectangles. They have two pair of parallel lines with right angles. And if you start thinking in your mind, comparing and contrasting, if you notice, parallelograms do not have right angles. A rhombus, again, two pair of parallel lines. All the sides are equal, but guess what? There's no right angles, which leads us down to the square, which has two pair of parallel lines, or you could say four congruent sides. All of them are the same length, and four right angles. That leads us down to our last quadrilateral, the trapezoid. A trapezoid is rather interesting because it only has one pair of parallel lines. The other pair will, if you were to extend these lines up, they would eventually intersect. So keep that in mind. Now, 1 through 3, it says classify each quadrilateral be as specific as possible. So if you notice, we have two pair of parallel lines, and two of these sides have the same length. Well, guess what? It's a rectangle. So no, if you write quadrilateral, I'm marking it wrong. All right, let's go over to number 2. Now, all four sides are the same. So if you look at rhombus and squares, they have, all the sides are the same measurement. They're congruent. Now, what's the difference? Well, the angles. There are no right angles here. So you're going to write rhombus, and that is R-H-O-M-B-U-S. Cameron, spell that correctly. All right, and let's go on to the third one. And again, there are four sides. There's one pair of parallel lines, and the other two will eventually intersect. Well, guess what? That's a trapezoid. All right, so number 4, how is a square similar to a rhombus? How is it different? Well, guess what? What I want you to do is just write a square is similar. So guess what? I'm picking out parts of that interrogative sentence. A square is similar to a rhombus because, and I can spell because correctly, because they both have congruent sides, meaning the sides are all the same length. Now, how are they different? So squares have right angles, and actually they have 4 right angles, whereas a rhombus has no right angles. Voila, that is 15.3 reteaching. Have fun on 15.3 practice.